fate of the world will soon be decided.
Ospite oggi degli incontri della Civica e in collaborazione con EDI Effetti Digitali Italiani è il premio Oscar per Il Signore degli Anelli Jim Rygiel. Jim Rygiel, Visual Effect Supervisor, ha lavorato per i maggiori film di effetti speciali, tra cui la trilogia del Signore degli Anelli, The Amazing Spider-Man e Godzilla. Premio Oscar racconta agli studenti e al pubblico presente in sala il suo lavoro, svelando i segreti che stanno dietro ai suoi personaggi.
Oggi abbiamo un ospite di eccezione, Jim Rygiel è qua con noi.
I never thought I was going to be a visual effects supervisor. I was graduated from painting and drawing. I got a master's degree, and I thought I was going to be a great artist. And when I got out of school, I realized I was going to make no money being a great artist. So I sort of went in between, halfway in between, and it was at a time when computers were coming into your home. There were no laptops or no home computers. So IBM was the first one to create a computer. And they told us that we were going to become slaves to this computer. It was going to take over our lives. And so I bought one out of fear because I was worried that it would take over my life. And I bought one and I started working on it. Like within one day I realized there was nothing going to happen with this thing.
Digital effect is a form of multidisciplinary art. Why and what are the techniques you use?
We use everything. So what I do is, I'll go and shoot a real set. We'll take that and, I'll need to add some creatures to it or change the background. So we'll use graphic programs like Maya is a big one. We'll composite it with Nuke and After Effects. So we use every program available to us basically, and little bits and pieces. There's no one software you can say, go make a movie with this.
The peril of the ring bearer deepens. An unseen danger draws closer. For there is another who hunts the ring.
Lord of the Rings, it was just working with a great group of people that really wanted to be there, and you could just tell that they poured their hearts into the movie, because they were there for the love of Lord of the Rings and Tolkien, even though when we did it, it wasn't as known as it is now. So it was known as a book. Everybody read Lord of the Rings, but when it came out as a movie, it propelled it into some whole other stratosphere. And so that was sort of interesting because we were there, and it's like, okay, we're doing Lord of the Rings. It sort of wasn't done before. I think it was done as a cartoon or maybe a BBC TV show. But it was really great. I remember seeing it for the first time when it was just a lot of the footage that was cut together, raw. And you could tell it was going to be a great story just from that, before we added creatures or anything. So that's what kept me going.
Where would you be without me? Ellen, Ellen, I saved us. It was me. We survived because of me.
Gollum was interesting because here's a creature that's supposed to be, he was once a human being. And so you have to have a little bit of humankind in him, where, if it was just a monster, I could just have a raging, crazy creature running around. But with Gollum, you had to have a little bit of humanness in him. So this is why we used Andy Serkis a lot, and we would shoot him pretending he was Gollum and running around, and he was perfect for it. And his voice came out and he jumped around. And then we would take our digital creature and match it to Andy's action, and then we'd erase Andy from the background. So you just have Gollum. So we got Andy's human character in a digital character.
And it is going to send us back to the Stone Age!
Godzilla was interesting. So Godzilla was directed by a visual effects supervisor like myself. So he would always tell me, Gareth Edwards was his name, and he would always tell me, you know, because he did a movie called Monster, and he did the entire movie by himself. He shot it, he did the digital effects for it, and he says, you know, when I was doing the digital effects for my movie, I would always have the TV playing, and I'd have the DVD of Lord of the Rings, the making of, and I'd keep watching me over and over again. And as I was working, I'd keep watching him be making, creatures, and so it was a great compliment.
What kind of advice could you suggest to the student?
So if you keep persisting at it, you keep going up that ladder, and then you look back and you're up at the top of the ladder. You know, if you don't think about it, it's better because you just sort of go there and it's like, wow, here I am, you know. So I think persistence is the main thing. Don't give up.